Difference when I began to start doing this the correct way. Your right hand gets to the shoulder, okay? My right foot is forward, so this is a post. It keeps him away. My wrist cannot bend. If I need to realign my wrist, my arms realign, okay? The other thing is that when we go this way here, I see a lot of you guys grabbing just like this, like this, like this. This is not the way to grab. The way to grab is there's a seam right here. You take the slack out, you collect it, and you grab it like a 3-finger judo grip. So you take the slack out. You see how it tightens it right here? If I'm grabbing this right here, this is gonna work against me right here. This does me absolutely no good. In fact, it's a liability. This right here, right at that elbow, okay, enables me to be able to control it. And when I roll it, I'm able to apply downward pressure to bend that post of his, okay? This post, if I bend it, I can begin to close distance here. If I can close the distance here, I can get to his leg if I bend this. Also, as I roll it, my thumb is not gripping. It's my, whatever this inside knuckle, I don't even know what this is right here, okay? Bernie, what is this? Inside knuckle. No, inside knuckle. I'm also a doctor. All right, so here, okay, the next thing I do is I pull it into my shoulder because he's gonna wanna post it in my shoulder also. I can't let him blade me like this because that's very bad. Because if he's bladed like this, he can step behind my leg here and then I'm compromised. So when you feel them pushing, you need to pull this into your shoulder and you need to push your shoulder into their fist, okay? Because here what happens is that I wanna be able to break this post. If I can do that, I can begin to close that distance. It won't be that easy, but you're not making it easy for him either. And what you're doing is you're sending a signal that you're not going to be taken down. Now, you may want to do this to be able to potentially close the distance to that leg, because if I just let go and I reach, I'm not going to reach that leg. You'll push me away. Okay? And a lot of that happens. You know, I don't want to let go of that one because he's got my elbow. So here I have to regrip, here, and now look. You see what happened there? The collar lower. He pushes on my shoulder here, push, and now I can roll that shoulder into his wrist, and it begins to bend it. Okay. This right here is vital versus this. Okay. This right here is horrible because he can just pull his hand back right here, yeah, and begin to manipulate. Because if he grabs me this way here, yeah, see, that's a whole different story. Yes, this is where I would begin to pull a nice guard because I don't need him being able to manipulate this arm and feel that something's gonna happen that I really don't want to, such as getting taken down. Okay? Yeah. So we're here, okay? This is happening here. And keep pulling, we adjust here. Okay, look, this, I just grabbed a deep grip. This arm right here is pulling his whole chest, shoulders into mine so that I become one with him, so that when he starts trying to posture up, he'll plant that right hand in his. Yes, this is where this becomes vulnerable. And I lift my head off the mat as my knees climb to his shoulder. So that if you notice, my left hand is keeping his arm stuck. He can't really do much with it, okay? Because you can't remove it. If I lower my head, he's easily gonna be able to unloop it. So this takes that oblique type of exercise here. The left knee gets on the shoulder, my right hand goes to my ear, and then I'm gonna apply pressure downward. But this right here is important, takes the rotation out of the shoulder, and you finish, okay? One more time, stand back up. All right, so here, here, here. All right. If he pushes the arm off my shoulder, off his head, meaning I switch to this grip, and I want to get this elbow underneath his chin. Yes, because here, you have control of that arm. You're stapling this. You grab this, wrist lock, and all kinds of stuff, okay? So that is when they push the arm off the shoulder. So for you guys that want to do this arm lock, you need to set up that arm and break their posture. I'm pulling him to the right. Number one, I don't want his head to just hit me. Number two, I need to pull perpendicular to this line, perpendicular, 90 degrees. Here, he starts posturing here. Move my head and open up that elbow this way here, and I clamp right there. So from here, in order for him to properly posture, typically he's got to put his right hand on the mat to push off. As I feel that, I begin to frame here and start turning onto my right side, aiming my right foot towards his hip right here, and my left knee towards his shoulder, so I can pinch it as I'm here. Getting that Dracula here, and then elbow down, okay? If you're here, it may not work. If you're here, I know that this elbow is gonna push his arm down this way, because I assume his thumb is right about there, because I can feel it. I can ask him, Phil, can you remove that arm?
Absolutely not.
The only thing they can maybe do is shove it right back to the mat. But if you have this proper position, he can't, because your foot's on the hip, this is blocking, and this is kind of hooking his hip also. So we go back in. Back up. I need to be able to get a good pull here, and here, and then here or here. Once you figure out this grip, the bottom line is this left hand is pulling the right hand down. So here, look, you curl this here, and then it's locking. In order for him to posture up, he can't do it. Look, watch. Don't put your right hand on the mat. Okay. Posture just with the left hand. Very difficult to do. The right hand needs to go on the mat. That's what straightens it out. And you keep your head up. Here, Dracula, and finish. Okay? So, from the guard, you have it. From the from the close guard, you have it. But remember one thing. When you get these grips, right here, that's all you got to do. And then you blade. Okay? And then if you want, okay, you can do these. Okay?
Who posted that?
That was not legal, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It is.
It's a wrist.
Okay. With a knee.
Yeah, good work. There you go. Pulling it in, grab here, just low enough here, okay? And you go 1, 2, elbow, and then you're here. So as I slowly walk, his wrist is stuck in that grip. If you really want it fun, you just sit through it, you know, okay? But don't do that. See, now look, see how I see his elbow bending here? Yeah? I can pull him in here, I can get him here. Now, it's a problem for him. I can go here, here, and then I can. All right, so you want to bend that post, but you want to grab it at the elbow. Last time. Grab, here, pull it out. Pull it in. See, I already feel his elbow bending. But now I can, you can just come in the circle. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.